What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast, and we are here with part 5 of our Future Fight series. And no, I don't want that. I don't believe. So yesterday we heard about refunds of crystals, and I don't believe we're actually getting those yet. I don't know what's going on there. Um, One thing I will tell you though is if you go into the costume section of the store, there's a crazy sale going on that you guys might know about. It doesn't actually say this. I mean, these costumes are on sale, but if you actually go into the all costumes, well, you'll actually see now that I have all of these costumes right here. I was able to get Captain America, these three right here, Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, for 1 gold. Thor and the two Ultrons were 500,000 each in gold. And there's still one more Ultron that I haven't gotten yet, and I just don't have enough gold anymore. I don't know how often this happens, but I'm still new, obviously. Um, but the Ultron costumes were only, or some of these costumes were only costing actual gold in game. There you go. 500,000 gold for this costume. It was the same thing for the other two Ultrons. Like I said, this Iron Man costume was 1 gold. So if you don't have them, I mean, obviously, if you've played longer than me, you probably do. But if you don't have them, you might want to check them out. And I don't think there's any others that I could see that were from Age of Ultron. Oh, right here, Hawkeye. I'm not going to spend 500,000 on Hawkeye. I don't. I mean, I guess collecting costumes is probably a good thing, but excuse me, I don't really care. So everybody's been telling me I need to get the Homecoming costume, um, and there's other costumes people are telling me I should get. I think the Ragnarok costume for Loki, amongst others. I kind of like that one. I know that the Sharon Carter costume is another one. So I'm listening to everything everybody's saying. I'm actually just looking. Whoa. I'm actually looking at some of these. I've never seen some of these. So I'm actually kind of intrigued while we're here. There's another one that stuck. Oh. Amadeus Cho has a Monsters Unleashed costume. I actually kind of like it, to be honest with you. Excuse me. So we're progressing fairly well. I'm up to level 34, and I am hoping that I do end up getting. I don't know if this crystal refund has happened yet, that they said that they're going to do, but I'm looking forward to it because I should get a lot back. I mean, the only time I've ever bought anything was in between the times that they stated, so I don't know what's going to happen then. My game plan right now is probably going to be buying some costumes with it. I am trying to keep leveling. So anti-venom, I've leveled Venom up really far. It gave me like some kind of like a character quest for him, which is why I was able to level him up. And literally everybody is like, "Oh, you have to get the anti-venom costume." So I will probably buy that when I get the crystals back, and we'll go from there. This one actually kind of looks cool, but I don't know. So that's kind of my game plan right now. I'm sure this costume isn't anything special, but I'm not really doing anything else, so I might as well load it up. Same thing with Captain America. It did switch my Thor costume, but my Ragnarok costume is already at max level, and I just need to get the stuff I need to upgrade it. I did use all the biometrics or whatever they're called that I have for him, um, in order to try to get him fully leveled up with his gear. I have this gear up to level 17. Oh, I can probably enhance it one more time here. So we're almost at level 18 with his gear. And then once I get that, I think I'll be ready to tier 2 him. I don't know what else we've got. Oh, I was thinking when I get my biometrics today, I might just buy the Quasar Avril Kincaid instead of getting another Spider-Man 2099, putting it towards him. Because they do have these quests, and I don't know if these are all worth... I don't know if these are worth it, so you guys can let me know in the comments. We'll see what happens. Dimension Rifts. I don't really know what these are, but I guess you get these comics. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm just leveling these characters right now because why not? I have. I'm really close to getting them to the point where they can go to their next star ranking. So I've been doing like their biometrics, getting their 10 biometrics, and trying to level them up. Because they're all 5-star, closing in on 6. So I am really starting to come into my own and enjoy the game. I think the part that really like I cannot like praise you guys enough. The part that really like impresses me is just how helpful this community is. I I'm used to being like when I played Marvel Heroes Omega, I was the guru, you know. I wasn't the new guy. I've never played the role of the new guy, trying to be the one that's learning. Additional rewards. Ooh. Being the one that's learning, and it's a kind of cool dynamic. Like I'm getting a lot of messages all over the place, just saying, "Hey, this is what you do." Trying to help me learn, trying to help me do things, and I know I'm doing things wrong here and there. I'm just trying to figure it all out and have a good time. One thing that I am notoriously going to do, and I apologize, I've mentioned it in another video before. I am awful at. My phone is on silent almost 100% of the day, and I think I did remember to turn the volume on this time, but I did not in part 4. So I do apologize for that. I know hearing the audio isn't like necessarily like the be all end all, but it does make for a little bit of a better video. Picking up lots of comics here. I have been crafting them together. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but I have been like taking the 1 stars and turning them into 2 and then 3 stars. So I do know enough to do that. There's a lot to actually do in this game. Like it's actually kind of crazy how much you have to actually like understand and learn. I'm sure a lot of this stuff was rolled out over time over the course of the game being out. So if you've gone through it kind of like every step of the way, it's really not like that big of a deal. So like I picked up 10 comics there, it looks like. Alright, so we can't really use that team. So we'll go ahead and use this one. I love Gwenpool. I mean, I honestly cannot. I'm not talking about necessarily Gwenpool in the terms of this game, but I cannot like recommend her comic enough. It's a fun comic, and you can't take it so seriously. And it's not like the type of character I ever really thought that I'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe I love Gwenpool. But she's hilarious. Right now, my top 10 characters in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 is rendering. And spoiler, she's on the list, very, very high. And I praise her quite a bit there, too. What's funny to me is that, obviously she is somewhat of a take on Deadpool. There's no two ways around that. But she's almost far more murderous than he is. And I don't think people really understand that. So it's quite hilarious to see. Angela 1602, one of my favorites. It's quite hilarious to see how she's been thrust into such a huge role in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Because one of the reasons that people say, oh, Deadpool's not in the game, is because he's so violent. He has a rated R movie, all those things. But if you've read Gwenpool, like, she kills indiscriminately. Like, she doesn't just kill, she like annihilates. And her rationale is that she's in a comic book, and like, they're not real. So it's quite hilarious, and it's quite a conundrum. I don't think a lot of people really understood that, but here she is, one of the faces of Lego Marvel Superheroes too. So, I mean, it is what it is. I like it. She's a fun character, and I like it that they're creating new characters that aren't like stealing mantles, quote unquote, from others. Like, yeah, she is somewhat of a take on Deadpool in a way, just because of her costume, really. I mean, her name is Gwen Pool. That's part of the parody, though, is that, Spider-Gwen was a big thing when she came out. So Gwen Stacy kind of coming back. And then Deadpool was a big thing. So yes, I mean, they absolutely did somewhat of a take on her on that. And I'm fine with it. So, alright, I think we should be able to win this. If not, yeah, we'll just do it. If not, we'll just call in Cuffs here. I might just do that anyway. Call on the assist from his 6-star Hawkeye. Amazingly interesting voyage number 5. So for those of you that are kind of new to the channel because of this game, I would say me talking about my love of certain characters is probably one of the things I'm going to bring to the table. And when I talk about characters, I'm going to be talking about not necessarily characters that are best for the game, but characters that are just fun and interesting to me. So, you might see me play with some characters and you'll comment, oh, that character's really bad, you shouldn't waste your time with them. I'm not really necessarily playing this to be a superstar. I'm playing it to have fun, and I'm playing it to share my joy in the game. I know that there are other people that are experts in the game, and I never considered myself an expert in Marvel Heroes Omega. I knew a lot about it, but like, I was not the guy you go to for build advice and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't feel I was anyway. So I was the guy that you went to just to enjoy watching the stream, to enjoy learning about characters, stuff like that. So, and I like it that way. I mean, sure, I would love to become an expert in the game. I would love to, like, honestly, the stuff that you guys write to me is just incredible. Like, it's very thorough and thoughtful and just huge. And I would love to be able to give that kind of advice and feedback to people. Trust me, I would love that. But that's not my priority. My priority is just to play the game, have fun, show you new things as they come out. That's why I made my first video centered around opening those boxes that everybody hates and wants to boycott, was because for me it's like, okay, look, this is what happens when you open these boxes, and for those that were boycotting, you could see how bad the RNG was or how good it was. I don't know. I didn't get the one character I wanted, but I did get Anti-Man, who I know nothing about in comics, and quite frankly, I learned a lot about. I've read up on him. He's a former Marine, which is awesome. My dad was a Marine. Oh, we're calling him Cuffs. I think I neglected to do that before. So, thanks, Cuffs. Even though you're a Jets fan. So, there we go. Booyah! Additional rewards. So, we did get a message thing up here, and it is, ooh, Dimension Rift bonus, 300,000 gold. Needed that! So, I haven't been prompted to... Yeah, we just got tons of cards, so let's own cards. So basically what and you guys can let me know, we haven't gotten into cards yet, but what I've been doing is I've been taking like this card and I'll upgrade it, and I'll just upgrade it with all these like lower tier ones. And that will ramp that up into a 2 with 3. And then we'll go back and we'll take this 6-star. We'll upgrade. This was actually a really good book, The Initiative. And then we'll go back to this one. And you guys, I'm doing this on this because I'm hoping you guys will tell me if I'm doing it right, if I'm doing it wrong, whatever it may be. And I would imagine, I know that I can use the Gwenpool book, but I don't want to use that right now. So we've got a couple of those. Oh, that Angela 1602. Absolutely adore that costume. We got an Armor Wars book. Avengers Origins, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, I know that I don't want to get rid of some of these comics because I like having them in my collection. So let's go ahead and take that one. Upgrade. Upgrade. Okay. And alright, we'll take that one. We'll upgrade with. I try to keep them together, but we'll throw in a Ronin here. Why not? So that's a 3-star. Added a cold resist. So let's take this one and we'll upgrade the Groot one. Upgrade. I don't want to get rid of my Angela 1602 though, so we will choose this one, this one, this one, this one, that one. Boom. So there is that. And yeah. I have these cards equipped. I don't know if they're really anything special, but they're what I have. The substats for the equipped cards will apply to all characters. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply this Groot one, because why not? Equip. So now we have all of our 5 card slots equipped. So I did not get my biometrics quite yet. Usually I like to lead off with that, but we'll see what happens. But for now, I hope you guys did enjoy part 5 of the video. And we'll be back tomorrow with part 6. We'll see ya.